right in front of us, and they're busy mating. Ha! Look at that. Wildy, are you ready? Look, there we go. There's 2 lions walking straight towards us. That was really easy. Far easier than I first thought, that's for sure. But they look like they might be heading to the pan. So that's really good news. I wonder if we're going to get a nice drink from them. And when I come in... Oh, they're going to mate. Hold on, Wildy. We're going to get a rear end shot like we did yesterday. Sorry, guys. Not the most ideal shot, but there we go. Well, that was all very tame. What's going on here, you two? Normally when lions mate, there's far more in it than that. That was pretty poor, if you ask me. Nhenha, are you tired, boy? Has it been too much over the last few days? So it is Nhenha once again. You can see the little equal sign over his nose. It's going to be a nice big yawn as well. And beautiful teeth. And he really is a pretty male lion. He's got a beautiful... Friday for Djuma is saved. It is indeed. We have managed to save the day with last-minute lions as opposed to last-minute leopards at this stage. But he is looking manes of the of the Birmingham boys. Him and Nsuku, I think, have got the nicest manes if I think about it. And the colours of both of their manes is very nice. Got a lot of blonde in it, and there's a bit of dark now around the chest area. And he really is an impressive specimen. What I think I'm going to do, though, is I'm just going to reposition slightly so we don't have to film just the back of them. Although it looks as though they're not going to get up to too much more now because they've all just flopped down. Oh, bless you, Amber Eyes. She's up. Okay, so she's up and moving again. Let's see where she goes. She looks like she's got her nose down to the ground. Maybe they're going to come back towards us. The thing is, wherever she goes, he will typically follow. You'll have a situation where she moves, he moves. It's pretty typical of mating lions. You can see all the scars on her back at the moment. I'm surprised she doesn't have too many bite marks given that she's been mating over the course of the last 2 days. Generally when they mate like this, they get a lot of scars and sort of biting areas around the scruff of their neck, but she doesn't have too much at this stage. You can also see the very telltale notch in her right ear that she's got when she turns. So there is a little sort of V in it, and then you see there's a big V down to the bottom right. Now, Dancing with Dirt, you say, I think you're referring to her, that her ear looks better. I'm not sure if it's you, or if it's Amber Eyes, or if it's Nhenha that you're talking about. Maybe the male, that his ear looks better. Well, I didn't know that he was carrying an injury. It's been a long time since I've seen Nhenha. The last time I saw him was before I went on leave, so I didn't realize he had an ear injury. Was it his right or his left ear that was damaged? Hopefully it was... I don't know which one actually. They both look just fine from where I'm sitting. Obviously quite tough to know what's going on because you can't see too much through all of that mane, but everything looks quite healthy on both of them. They both look as though they're in really good condition. Could do with the meal, but definitely not skinny by any stretch of the imagination. Faith, you're wondering if they eat during the mating period. So generally no, but that's not to say they won't take an opportunity if it comes along. So if they get a situation where, let's say, a buffalo walked straight into them, then most certainly you would find a situation where they would try and grab it and kill it and then feed off it. But normally no. Normally their kind of sole thing is to try and mate and to reproduce. And so hunting is kind of put on the back burner for the 3-4 days they're together. And then they'll go off and try and find food rather quickly after that to recover some condition. So, Dances with Dirt, you said Nhenha's left ear was the one that was damaged and that it was Amber Eyes that fought with him. Well, that's firstly not a surprise that it was Amber Eyes. We know she can be a feisty girl when she wants to be. And secondly, it looks like it's okay from what I can see. I mean, it's difficult, like with the mane all around it. It's not really easy to see what's going on there, but it looks like he's okay. Lions are really hardy animals and they're able to deal with quite a bit, and so I think he'll be just fine. I'm sure he's had worse injuries than that in his time, but like I say, really good to find these two. I'm quite glad that we took a chance on Friday. Unfortunately, though, it is getting to that time of the day that we are going to be starting to probably head home just now. It's also a reminder that tomorrow morning we are on a rehearsal once again, so there will be no sunrise safari tomorrow morning, but we will be back in the afternoon for a sunset safari for those of you that are interested and wanted to know what the schedule is. So no sunrise safari tomorrow, but there will. Who are busy just grooming themselves. I think they've mated now. They're going to just rest for a little bit, maybe some water just now, and then they'll carry on in the night. But it's been a good afternoon nonetheless. Lots of interesting things happening. It's always and Steph have thoroughly enjoyed themselves and send their best as life. But from myself and VM, it's been an absolute pleasure. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon on the Sunset Safari.